All right, this is a lesson by request. Request from Randy. This is Kansas City by Wilbert Harrison. So we'll get into a little Blues Day Tuesday going on here today. Now I listened to two different recordings. One of them had the first chord as being here on the 6th fret. So that's a C sharp. And it would go down to this little D shape down here. So that would be the F sharp, and then the highest one would be the G sharp. And it does a little blues thing like that. So it'd be like. So that's your 1 chord. That's your 4 chord. And then the turnaround chord, 5 chord, 4 chord, and 1 chord. And the other version I saw was just 1 fret above that. So you would have the same types of chords. You have, this is a D. Going down to G. And back. A, 9th fret, G, D. Okay, and one of the versions, so let's keep it in that key. That's a little bit easier. So one of the versions, it starts on that 5 chord. So it's 3, 4, and down. So that would be the whole intro. Then the verse would start right there, and you do like 4 bars of that chord again, that D. So let's try that. 2, 3, and. And you see I'm like staccato, I'm stopping those chords. So this hand here is doing that work just by like not pressing against the neck and just holding on to the strings, but not putting that tension there to make the note, you know. So 3, 4. And then the verse would start. Four measures of that, and then we move. 2 of that, and back for 2. So this is another 12-bar blues. Okay, so we could look at it like this. Now, one of the versions had kind of a bluesy guitar solo. The other version, I think it was just him on piano, so he did a piano solo. So there's a bass line we're going to look at too. But if you want to do a little blues playing, this would be like your home bass note. That's your root note. That's your D note. You could play around with some of these notes to make a little blues solo over this. And we can get all the way down to that low D down there. So you can have some fun with some of those notes. Okay, how about you guys jam a little bit on that? And you could also come down here and use your lower D minor pentatonic. So open 3, open 2, 1, 3, 1, 3. Okay, so let's jam a little bit. 2, 3, and. Let's go again. Okay, now you could also use, for these chords down here, you could do that extra little step there and get that bass note kind of happening. We'd have. So at the end, it kind of has like several turnarounds. Okay, and then there's a bass line that's real cool in this. It's like, okay, so if we want to do it right there, that's going to be 7 on the G string, 7 on the B string, 10 back to that 7. So 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to come down to this 8th fret with 7 and 10. And that'll go twice. And then we're back. And then we're going to come to this 10th fret, to the 8th, back to our original 7. So let's try that. 2, 3, 4. We got 4 of these. Going down, 8, and back. Okay, and then we could also do it over here. Okay, so let's look at those. We got open and 4 on the big one, to the 2 and back to the 4. So 2, 3, 4. Come down to the G string, open 4 and 3 back to 4, and then back up. And then here we could do it like this A shape. So that's another option you have for the open 4, 3, 4 would be just to do the 5, 4, 3, 4. That way we're doing these the same on the way back. So if we started at the beginning of the song, this little bass line right here, it'd be like the 5 chord to the 4 to the 1. It'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'd start the verse. Okay, so you got cool bass lines and you got strums. So starting on the turnaround here would be that strum again. 2, 3, and. Verse. And you can try your bass line along with this, you know. One more time. Turn around. One more. Okay, one more thing you could do is if you're soloing, you could do the D major pentatonic. So check out jamming on some of those notes. All right, happy Blues Day Tuesday. Thanks again, Randy, for the request. We'll talk to y'all soon.